Sometimes we have a hard time keeping routine, but as someone with ADHD, it gets like 10 times harder. And so trying to keep up with work, my relationship, anything that I have like an appointment for, all of that, it gets a little tough. And so here's a little bit of how I actually work with ADHD and I keep a routine and process. One thing I do is I use books. I have a lot of notebooks. They stay in my bag and I have one written out for each thing. So if I have an idea through the day, I typically write in one of these or I save a notepad on like my personal computer and I'll remember that. But typically I usually use this. And it's a good system for me because any ideas that I have, I can go back and reference because I know that I keep them in the book. So even if I forget, I can look and be like, I know I wrote that down. Look through my books and find it. Like a music idea during work or something I want to do for fitness. Another thing is trying to do fitness at this around the same time every day, so that I remember. So typically around 6 p.m., I'm doing something. Typically early in the morning, I'm doing something. Whether that's like a little bit of yoga, stretching in the morning, and then biking, walking, jump roping at night or in the evening, and then bedtime yoga at night. And that's been a good way for me to keep routine because routine is like paramount for me to actually remember. Another thing is me and my wife send each other calendar invites to things so that we don't forget. So if we have an appointment, she'll send me an invite and I'll accept it and it'll be in my calendar and vice versa. She has an appointment, I send it to her. And we keep track of things that way. So it's really useful because if you add them as an invitee, we can remind each other and work together to remember things. And also with my music and creative process, I don't remember every idea I have. A lot of times I have ideas during work or I have them when I can't really get to a computer and actually work on it. So a lot of things that I'll do for that is I'll write my idea down or I'll record it in a voice memo. And when I do that, I actually get to kind of look and see, what will work. So like I can record the voice memo in like the bathroom or in my office or something and then, send it out that way. And that's a good way for that to work. Typically, if I have like an idea that I really want to do, I like to, besides recording, I'll write down what the idea was, kind of give myself a mental note, and then I can come back to it and remember my mental note because I'm good with memory once I know what's going on. But typically it's a little hard that way. So that's kind of how I manage. I still forget stuff and it still gets hard because with ADHD and having a busy schedule, it's just not a great mix for things. But overall, I can get most things done in a good amount of time and manage what I need to do to be able to continue on and do the things that I want. But until then, if you have any questions about that or if there's some, process that you use to remember things, let me know and I'll see you tomorrow.